YouTube, how's it going? My name is Ruben. I am making my first YouTube video. Wanting to see if I can start a YouTube channel. And I just want to share something that I'm really passionate about. It's sort of a source of income for me. And, you know, if you go online and look at ways how to make additional money and how to become rich, people are always going to say you're going to have at least 5 to 6 sources of income. So I think this is a really reliable source of income for me, and it's on how to sell Apple products online and make a profit out of it. So if you're interested, please keep watching this video. So you're probably wondering, is this even worth it? How much money does this guy make? So I wanted to share that with you guys. I make around $500 a month, so that's me around $6,000 a year. You know, a good chunk of money, pays the bills, part of it at least, and some people may find that useful, some people may not, but in my opinion, I think it's really useful. It's just a second source of income for me, and it supplements my full-time job, so I think it's a really good way to go about it. I also want to show you guys what I currently have in my inventory, so you don't think, you know, I'm making this up, and just start my Apple MacBook Pro 2019 13-inch 128 SSD, touch bar, 8 gigabytes of RAM. It's a really nice purchase. I really enjoyed that one. I think I got it for a really good deal. I think I got it for $800 and hopefully try to sell it for $1,000. So there you go, making a $200 profit margin. I also want to show you guys 2 Apple Watches that I have. These are Series 5. This one on the right, it's Apple Watch Series 5, 40 millimeters, brand new, sealed, cellular connection, GPS, you know, the whole shebang. And this one right here is an Apple Watch Series 5, 44 millimeters. And the cool thing about this one is that I'm currently using it. I put these on Facebook or eBay or OfferUp and just use it in the meantime, you know, and the way I see it is I get to use a really cool product, and at the end of the day, I get to sell it for a profit. So I use it for absolutely no money. So I think that's a huge pro to this, you know, side gig that I have going on. So if you guys are interested in that, then yeah, I mean, let's do it. Other important products that sell really well are the iPhones. So right over here, I got an iPhone XS. 64 gig, unlocked, really good condition. I also have an iPhone 7, currently turned off, but it's a 32 gig, unlocked, really good condition as well. And I also have AirPods. These sell really well. The AirPods Pros, I keep getting messages about them constantly. These are almost brand new, authentic. Got an AirPod Gen 1 right here, you know, used condition, but you know, they still work and they work really well. And my most recent purchase was this iPhone 11 Pro Max. It's a really cool buy, guys. I got it for a really good deal. Got it brand new. I still have the box in my room, and I plan on using this for as long as I can. And you know, it's currently posted on every online shop. You know, it's posted on OfferUp, it's posted on Facebook, it's posted on eBay, and I'm using it until I sell it. So until I sell it, really, I'm using it for no money down at all, technically. And you're probably thinking, how much money do you need to start this side gig? And I estimated from the products I've shown you, I'd spend around maybe $2,500. But, you know, I'm not speaking for everyone, but I didn't have $2,000 or $2,500 when I started. Maybe I started with around $300, and it was back then when I had my full-time gig as a server, working in a restaurant, not making a lot of money, but, you know, I scraped and I saved, and I bought my first Apple Watch Series 2 from this random stranger on Facebook. Really good deal, didn't know anything about it. My friend had told me and explained how to do this, and I think I bought it for maybe $150 back then, and I had sold it for $250. Sold it right below market value, where people would be like, "Oh well, this is a pretty good deal for something that looks like it's pretty brand new." And yeah, I kept using that money that I earned, the profits. I invested it, I bought more products, and I kept saving all that money for my full-time kid, and just keep ramping up, and just gathering as much money as you can, keep pouring money into it, and just making sure you get really good deals. That's the most important part of it. And you're probably asking, Ruben, where do you find all these cheap Apple products? And, how do I know if they're a good price or not? And to be quite honest with you, you have to do your research. I know I have. It's, going to the market, going online. I think my best and favorite way of doing so is going to eBay and going to the sold section. First, obviously, typing up the item that you're trying to sell. Let's say it's an iPhone 7 Plus, 32 gigs, unlocked, put it on eBay, and then there should be on the left side, there should be something that says sold or completed items, and then it'll show you or filter out a list of all the items that have been sold for the past month, general prices, and then from there you can see and gauge. Oh, well, iPhone 7 Plus is 32 gigs unlocked, probably sell for around maybe 200, 250 right now. I haven't checked it right now or anything like that, but that's a pretty good indicator that you should be looking for an iPhone 7 Plus below that to hopefully make at most $50. That's my favorite number for sure. If I buy cheaper items that cost me around $200, maybe $300, if I'm making $50 out of $300, that's a pretty good margin. I'm okay with that. I do that very often, and yeah, you just gotta make sure that if you find a really good deal and you spot them really quickly before anyone else on Facebook or OfferUp. So I'm gonna show you guys real quick how I look for items on Facebook. So I'm just gonna go to Facebook Marketplace real quick. This is the layout, obviously. Let's see. This will show today's picks. See, AirPods right over here is selling for $75. First generation, comes in original packaging along with sandpaper and charging cable. $75 for a Gen 1, pretty alright deal. I think that's almost right below market value. I would probably sell these for $100. So I would probably try to offer maybe $50 and see if she goes with that. So let's see, let's take this off real quick. Ask her, hi, would you be interested on selling these for $50? I have cash in hand, could meet now, and then send it. And there's a good chance that they may say no, or F off or whatever, and you may actually get them mad. But there's a pretty good chance that that's not going to be the case. I know, obviously, you've seen all these Hopper products. There's people out there that are willing to sell their products as fast as possible. So it's really a matter of knocking on as many doors as you can and trying to offer what you think is a fair value, but still right below market price in which you can still make a profit margin. So let's see, Apple Watch Series 2, 38mm for $175. Looks like it's in really good condition. That's another thing you have to make sure. Is it, good condition? You gotta make sure does it come with the original packaging, and you gotta make sure it's authentic. Make sure, you're not missing anything over here. And then, the great thing about Facebook Marketplace is that you can see who's selling these items. You just gotta make sure they're not really sketchy people or anything like that. Displaying pictures of guns or when they're weird cars or whatever, and you just gotta make sure you're not doing anything sketchy and making sure that you know who you're dealing with. So that's really important. Okay, guys, I don't want you meeting someone in the random alley. Always meet up at really public places. Police stations are awesome. I do Walmarts, just meeting inside the Walmart, not in the parking lot. Inside the Walmart, keeping it safe, and just making sure that safety above all. That's really the most important part. I also wanted to show you guys how I look for items in OfferUp. So let's go over there real quick. This is my account right here. Really cool thing about OfferUp is that it has this search alert set thing that you can flip on or off. It'll basically let you know whenever a new item has been posted. So that's really cool because I don't think Facebook has that, and I don't, you don't have to be checking every 2 hours. So that's really useful. And obviously, check it out real quick, see what's going on, see if you can find any really good deals. I do want to say though, OfferUp is really known for being the place for scammers. So you have to make sure that, if you see something that's too good to be true, then it's probably too good to be true. It's probably fake, and you probably don't want to buy that. So let's see, for example, iPhone XS Max for $350, brand new, and these sell for like $600 right now. So obviously something sketchy going on right now, and you just want to make sure that you don't deal with those people, because you're gonna end up, they're gonna be like, oh, ship it, and I'm gonna be shipping it to you, so please pay in PayPal or Cash App, and send that money, and then you probably lost it by that time. So please don't do that. Please be smart about it. Just please make sure that you're dealing with legitimate people. Just check out the profile pictures, see how many ratings they have, and just make sure you're safe. That's, again, the most important part. Most recent deal that I had on OfferUp was with that AirPods Pro, with the AirPods Pro that I showed real quick. But they were listed for $175. These are in really high demand. I know these sell for like $225 or $235 easy. I offered, let's see over here, can we agree on $150 and shake hands? He said I'll do that, and we met, and I bought him, and here I have him. So it's all about reaching out to people and making sure that you get a good price on the item and you get it for cheap. That's the most important part. Okay, guys, rules. If you're buying stuff, always try to offer Cash App or cell payments. That works fine. People do prefer to do cash, so obviously try to do cash. Really important when you're buying stuff. Always check the item. If it's an iPhone, you make sure that it's in good condition. Checklist is check the camera. If it's a newer version, check if the Face ID is working. If it's an older version, try to check if the Touch ID is working. Always make sure that they're not Apple Cloud locked. Always make sure that they're factory reset. Make sure that the volume is working. Try to make a call. And most importantly, make sure that it's financially paid off. Make sure there's no contract tied to that phone at all. And always make sure, if you're buying a phone, make sure that it works for your carrier. So for example, I use T-Mobile. At the end of the day, I always try to make sure that these phones work for T-Mobile, just in case I don't sell them, which really hasn't happened. I think I've sold a good amount of items. I think maybe like 200 plus items, and they all work for T-Mobile. So again, depending on your carrier, just make sure that it works for that. I like to buy unlocked products. You can do AT&T only, whatever you want to do, but just make sure that that unlocked products always sell for a lot more and they sell faster. So just letting you guys know. Okay, guys, now for selling. If you're meeting them and you're using Facebook and OfferUp, always meet them in person. Shipping, really a hassle. You don't want to do that. If you're using eBay, obviously shipping's fine. You can do that. That's not a problem. But yeah, that way you can tell who you're selling it to, and you always make sure that they feel comfortable buying the item. Another important thing to remember is that it's really important to make your buyer feel comfortable with whatever you're selling. Always make sure you stay around just so they can test the item. Always use that checklist that I mentioned before, and letting them know that, hey, if you have any other issues, let me know. You know where to reach me. But usually when you sell items on Facebook and OfferUp, it's always selling as is. So if you listed it as brand new, everything's working 100%, then you're held liable in a sense. But if you never mentioned any of that, then that's fine. You sell it as it is, but you're fairly confident that it's working. Please never sell anything that's not working. And if it isn't working, please let them know that, hey, this part is not working. Don't lie about it. It's never going to work out for you. And it's just better for that Facebook community and overall. So that's just another tip for you guys. Another important part, guys, is taxes. If you are having personal capital gain, which is the profit that you're getting from any of this, then I recommend filing that on a 1040 form so you don't get in trouble with the IRS. You're technically in a business, side business. It's almost considered a hobby if you're selling older items that you've had before, but if you're doing the same thing that I'm doing right now, yes, you have to report it to the IRS. If you want additional information on that, I'll recommend searching online. Plenty of information on Google regarding that aspect of things. And just a reminder, guys, this is just something I do for fun. I love Apple products. I think they really hold their value really well. And honestly, I just see this as a hobby that I do on the side. I earn a little bit of money on that, and I use the products that I get. I don't really consider it a business. I don't have my own company or anything like that. It's just something I do. And as long as you're safe about it and you're smart about it, then you can make a good amount of money on the side and add to that personal income that you have, and just keep going on and on. Alright guys, I think that's the end of my video. If you have any additional questions, please feel free to give me a comment below and I'll be able to answer them as fast as possible. If you please could just leave me a like, that'd be great, as this is my first video, so feel free to give me your criticism and whatnot, and I'll take it gladly and hopefully improve for my next video. If you have any other suggestions as to what I should do next, just please feel free to leave a comment below. I'll be able to do that. And then if you want to subscribe for additional information on how to do this, that'll be also great. I'll be posting more videos about this in the future. Thank you. If you could hear some background noise, that was my dog Romeo chewing on his bone. So if you didn't like this video, that's fine. But if you could give this dog a like, that'd be great, guys. Alright. See you next time.